It seems Noah Schnapp is getting into the habit of revealing information he shouldn't. From Doja Cat to information and spoilers about the series in which Stranger Things acts. Will the series team take this matter seriously? Could it be that Noah will have legal problems after disclosing information that he obviously shouldn't have? Stay so you don't miss any details of what Noah said and the repercussions it could bring.
She's so different from other people, and when you're different, sometimes you feel like a mistake.
Some viewers are upset that Will's sexuality is so obvious, but others argue that it's accurate for the period. Will Byers' sexuality has been questioned throughout Stranger Things' 4 seasons. It's been heavily implied throughout the Netflix show that the teenager is gay. Will's mother, Joyce, tells Chief of Police Jim Hopper in the first episode of Season 1 that Will's father used to say Will was queer and call him slurs. As the show progressed, so did the hints, with all of Will's close friends having heterosexual relationships by the end of the series. Will, on the other hand, has remained single, and Mike even told him in Season 3, "It's not my fault you don't like girls." Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike, previously admitted that he didn't know if the line was about Will's sexuality or just a general comment about his lack of interest in dating. "I don't even know if it had to do with Will's sexuality," he said in 2019. "I think Mike was just mad and listed off a genuine fact that he's not interested. So I guess we'll see what it really meant, but it's all up to showrunners, the Duffers, and what they want to do." The tension between Will and Mike has spawned a popular fan theory that Will is secretly in love with his best friend, which appears to have reached a boiling point in the most recent season. In fact, viewers believe that Will was actually confessing his own feelings in an emotional Season 4 scene while speaking about Eleven. He turned his face away from Mike as he said, "These last few months, she's been so lost without you. She's so different from other people, and when you're different, sometimes you feel like a mistake," before bursting into stifled tears. Noah Schnapp, who plays Will, stated earlier this year that the beauty of his character's journey is the way it's left open to interpretation. "I feel like they never really address it or blatantly say how Will is," he said at the time. "I think that's the beauty of it, that it's just up to the audience's interpretation, if it's Will kind of just refusing to grow up and growing up slower than his friends, or if he is really gay. Can I just say it's 2022 and we don't have to label things," Millie Bobby Brown, who plays Eleven, said in the interview. But in an interview with Variety last week, Noah finally confirmed Will's sexuality. In Season 1, for example, Will was subjected to a slew of anti-gay remarks not only from bullies at school, but also from his own father.
If she was going to lose you, I think she'd rather just get it over with quick, like ripping off a Band-Aid. So yeah, Elle needs you, Mike, and she always will. Yeah?
And in Season 4, which premiered in May, Will's struggle to accept the idea of his friends dating was highlighted more than ever, with a teenager even appearing uncomfortable when a girl tried to flirt with him. Throughout the show, all of Will's close friends, Mike, Eleven, Lucas, Max, and Dustin, engage in heterosexual relationships. While fans have long suspected Will is gay, both the Stranger Things cast and its creators, the Duffer Brothers, have avoided outright labeling his sexuality. Until now, that is, with Noah, as previously stated, confirming fans' long-running theories in an interview with Variety this week. "It was always kind of there, but you never really knew. Is it just him growing up slower than his friends?" the 17-year-old said. "Now that he's gotten older, they made it a very real, obvious thing." Noah pointed out that the Duffer Brothers obviously hinted at Will's sexuality in Season 1. Now it's 100% clear that he is gay and he does love Mike. But before, it was a slow arc. I think it is done so beautifully because it's so easy to make a character just all of a sudden be gay. Noah went on to say that he's been approached by Stranger Things fans who have felt represented on the show by Will's real journey and a real struggle. "People have come up to me. I was just in Paris, and this, a 40-year-old man came up to me, and he was like, 'Wow, this Will character made me feel so good, and I related to it so much. That is exactly who I was when I was a kid. That just made me so happy to hear," he said. "They're writing this real character and this real journey and real struggle, and they're doing it so well," he added. As previously stated, Noah and the entire Stranger Things cast have long avoided labeling Will's sexuality. In fact, Noah addressed the cohort's ongoing avoidance of commenting on the subject just 6 weeks ago, noting that he felt it was up to the audience's interpretation. "I feel like they never really address it or blatantly say how Will is," he said. "I think that's the beauty of it, that it's just up to the audience's interpretation. If it's Will kind of just refusing to grow up and growing up slower than his friends, or if he really is gay." And months after the first season of the show premiered on Netflix, Noah wrote a lengthy Instagram post about fans' initial speculation about Will's sexuality. "A good book or a good show leaves a lot of unanswered questions, but makes you think," wrote the then 12-year-old, "which is what you're all doing. For me, Will being gay or not is beside the point," he went on. "Stranger Things is a show about a bunch of kids who are outsiders and find each other because they've been bullied in some way. I'm only 12, but I do know we all relate to being different," he added. "And that's why I think the Duffers wrote the show the way they did." Meanwhile, Noah's Stranger Things coworkers have expressed similar sentiments. "You're supposed to be asking those questions," said co-creator Matt Duffer in response to some of the fan theories a few weeks ago. In terms of his character's infamous line to Will, which sparked further speculation about his sexuality, Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike Wheeler, admitted in 2019 that he had no idea if it was meant to reference the character's dating preference. "I don't even know if it had to do with Will's sexuality," he said. "I think Mike was just mad and listing off a genuine fact that he's not interested. So I guess we'll see what it really meant, but it's all up to the Duffers and what they want to do." Fans have wasted no time in sharing their thoughts on social media now that Will's sexuality has been confirmed for the first time. "We knew Will is gay, but now we know Will is gay," one fan tweeted. Another fan tweeted, "Noah Schnapp confirming Will Byers is gay and in love with Mike on a random Thursday night is the best thing ever."
Will's definitely in kind of an uncomfortable situation, and all he wants is just to be back to normal with his little friends in the basement. Will's like a very protective brother for Elle.
So, after this news, what awaits Will Byers? So far, there has been no mention of Noah being reprimanded for commenting on Will's sexuality. However, fans are not ruling out the possibility that Will be scolded for posting information about the series. And what awaits Noah or Will in the 5th season? Will he finally declare his love for Mike? Do you think this will happen? And what do you think of Will's sexual orientation? Do you think the Duffer Brothers should have changed the story? Do you think it's okay? Leave us your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can continue to see the latest news from your favorite celebrities. See you in the next video.